Alrighty, what up, party people? Bibby, Poet Warriors, that's my computer turning on because it's snack time, isn't it? It's time for a snack. And it kind of just struck me. The concept of today's snack. Today, I'm going to talk about what your job as an artist really is. That's a bit vague. It's a bit false advertisement for what I'm about to talk about. But I'm just going to start talking, and you guys make the decision. Okay. Now, I've talked about numerous times in Snacks before that the importance of going out and being inspired by your surroundings, nature, all of that kind of stuff. I'm not going to talk about that specifically, but why am I out of focus? But I'm going to talk about people watching, which definitely comes under that bracket, but is more important than I think people give it justice, right, or give it purpose. Our jobs as creators, as actors, as artists should be observing things. Right, and me specifically as an actor, a big part of what I do and what a lot of other actors I think should do to help bring more nuance to their roles is people watching. And I was just kind of like hung outside the window with my brother, chilling off, cooling down after the hot day, and you know, we're just watching people walk up and down the street. You know, it's what you do. You know, people don't like to talk about people watching, but we all do it, don't we? My camera's going haywire right now. I'm sorry about this. I don't know what's going on with it. People watching is so important for an actor specifically, right? Because you could be the most imaginative person ever. And like, you know, I would consider myself to be very imaginative. But then once you're in this game, this industry for so long, you start to see similarities amongst your performances, between your performances, maybe similarities in characters that you've played, roles that you've played on stage or in film, some mannerisms that might, you know, share similarities with another character, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But I would say that when I'm doing a role, when I'm trying to, you know, bring a role to life, I've said before, you know, a huge part of it is body languages and their mannerisms, or with their voice, with their eyes, with their body. You know, it's all important because in life, you know, we're constantly touching our faces, touching our beard is a big one of me. You know, like maybe you've ended your shoulder, you're going to be touching that a lot. You know, life isn't static. You know, being static is the opposite of life. So the second when you come onto stage and you're static, it's immediately not a convincing performance, right? Because life is movement. And I definitely kind of found a groove. Like, I guess I got more comfortable working with mannerism stuff. I definitely, like, as a younger actor, I definitely had some go-to mannerisms that I would kind of just repeat and make work to the character, even though they would be a completely different character and stuff. I got out of that pretty quickly because I soon learned and understood the importance of people watching. Like I said, you could have the most powerful imagination. You can only think of so many things before you start getting maybe out of hand, unrealistic, maybe even, or you just blank, right? Or you just blank. I don't know what's going on with my camera. I'm super sorry. This is where people watching comes to play, comes to help. The second I started people watching as a young actor, I struggle to find similarities in my roles unless it's called for. Now, when it comes to mannerisms, when it comes to dictation, purposeful dictation, what I do with my eyes, what I do with my hands, what I do with my body, a lot of those decisions come from people watching. So I highly recommend, you know, going to a cafe, looking out your window, just go for a walk and just people watch, dude. You know, you'll see all sorts of, the world is a very diverse place depending on where you are. You can see people of all cultures, all backgrounds interacting, having the same conversation with a barista at a cafe or something, right? That is delivered in a completely different way. The accents, like I said, the purposeful dictation, physical mannerisms. People just walking the street. Do they walk with a limp? Do they have a cane? Do they have some kind of injury that's impaling them, or impairing them, sorry? Do they touch their face? Do they touch their elbow? All sorts. There's there's a huge variety of mannerisms. Go out in public, people watch, borrow, beg, and steal, and implement it into your work, and it will make it come to life in a much more entertaining way as a viewer, a much more entertaining way as a performer, and you would be giving a much more authentic performance. So that's all I have to say about that and my glitchy camera.
Tasty.